Okay, all right, well, welcome, Paula's iPad. Thank you for coming today. And I see you're already on mute, so that's great. We just ask you to stay on mute during the program. And if you have any questions, you can unmute at the end, or you can always type them in the chat and I will ask Andy at the end of the program. I'm Carrie Whitmore. I'm the Assistant Director here at the Franklin Public Library. And I will be introducing Andy Bethke, and he is an outreach social worker at the Milwaukee County Department on Aging. And today we'll be talking about recreation and wellness programs that they offer. So go ahead, Andy, take it away.
Thank you, Carrie. So Paula's iPad, I am going to turn my video off for the duration of the presentation, but for this introduction, I'll keep it on. I do want a quick note, a technical note. Sometimes my internet does drop. So if that does happen, I will get right back on as quickly as I can and reconnect. But it's happened before, so I just want to make that note. But it definitely wouldn't be the end of the presentation. So yeah, I'm the outreach social worker for the Milwaukee County DHHS Division on Aging. My name is Andy. Today I'm going to be talking about opportunities for recreation and wellness for older adults in Milwaukee County. I'll go through a number of different programs and services that people can participate in. And I'm hoping that today you can learn a little bit something new that maybe you didn't know before about something you might be interested in looking and trying out. And then also, if there's anything that you see today that you think it might be of interest to other people you know, then definitely please feel free to share this information. I have a resource supplement that goes along with this presentation that includes all of the contact information and other information for everything I talk about today. So if you'll want to follow up on any particular thing in the presentation, that'll be a good resource. Or it's definitely great if any of this information is something you want to share, and of course it'll be on YouTube too, to be able to watch in the future for reference. I will take questions at the end. It's roughly a 45-minute presentation. It could be a little bit more or less, so there should be quite a bit of time for any questions that come up. And I do want to say, because of COVID-19 related program and service changes and that can happen daily in hours of services and programs, I'm not going to really talk about or cover the current opening, like days of service and hours of services for the things that I'll mention for the most part, because they can change so rapidly. Some of these things I'll talk about are only being offered virtually currently. Some are in some stage of opening, maybe with reservations or advanced notice, and some things are more fully open for participation. So it's all over the place and things change. But you definitely will have the opportunity with the information to be able to follow up on anything that you're interested in, to find out what are the current hours of service. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off my camera and I'll start the presentation in earnest here. So today I'll be talking about recreation and wellness opportunities for older adults in Milwaukee County in general. Like I said, and the mission of the place that I work at, the Milwaukee County DHHS Division on Aging, is to affirm the dignity and value of older adults in Milwaukee County by supporting their choices for living in and giving to our community. Our vision is that all Milwaukee County elders will have the resources to live as independently as possible in their communities. So the things I'll be talking about today, not all of them are provided directly through the Milwaukee County DHHS Division on Aging, but all of them are intended to meet this mission and vision for older adults in Milwaukee County. So the categories of things I'll be talking about today are recreational activities and opportunities, resources and services and opportunities for wellness and health for older adults in Milwaukee County, and then resources and services for caregiver support for older adult caregivers and for younger adult caregivers as well. So let's get started with recreation. The first category I'll discuss is senior centers in Milwaukee County. So hopefully you can see on the screen here that a map of senior centers in Milwaukee County. To the best of my knowledge, these are all of the senior centers that exist in the county. The ones, the senior centers in blue, these points in blue represent the Milwaukee County owned senior centers. The ones in black here, these points in black, are municipally operated and owned senior centers. And then the rest in gray are senior centers owned and operated by nonprofit and other community organizations in Milwaukee County. So let's go through them. First, the Milwaukee County owned senior centers. Now, there are 5 Milwaukee County owned senior centers that are located in parks, Milwaukee County parks. They are operated by a nonprofit organization called Serving Older Adults, or SOA. These centers offer adults a place to socialize, exercise, and participate in classes and programs. Once somebody becomes a member, gets their membership card of one of the county-owned senior centers, they can use that card and use the services of any of the 5 county-owned senior centers. The senior centers and their activities are available for adults who are 50 and better in Milwaukee County. And the 5 senior centers are Clinton and Bernice Rose Senior Center on MLK and Burleigh, Kelly Senior Center on South Lake Drive in Cudahy, McGovern Park Senior Center on Custer and Sherman, Washington Park Senior Center on Fleet and Highland, and then finally Wilson Park Senior Center on 27th and Howard in Milwaukee. There is no cost to join, though some activities do have a fee to participate in, and there's no cost to be a member or join the senior centers as a member. And current information can be about the programming, activities, and services of the county-owned senior centers can be found on the SOA website through their activity guides that they publish monthly, or by calling them directly or calling the Aging Resource Center, which I will talk about towards the end of the presentation. Next are the municipally owned and operated senior centers. These offer older adults a place to socialize, exercise, and participate in classes and programs. And again, some activities at these senior centers have additional fees. The 3 municipally owned and operated senior centers in Milwaukee County are in West Dallas, South Milwaukee, and Wauwatosa. In South Milwaukee, there is the Chester W. Grobschmidt Senior Center. There is a membership fee, which is $10 per year to be a member there. It's for people 55 and older to participate in. And it's for all Milwaukee County residents, not just residents of South Milwaukee. Second is the Hart Park Senior Center in Wauwatosa. This is open to both residents and non-residents of Wauwatosa. Wauwatosa residents pay $15 per year membership, and non-residents pay $20 per year membership to participate in the activities and be members at the Hart Park Senior Center. That membership cost for resident or non-residents also gives participants access to the Wauwatosa Civic Center Club, which I'll talk about later in the presentation, which has its own activities and its own location even. Hart Park Senior Center is available to people 50 and older in Milwaukee County. And then finally is the West Dallas Senior Center in West Dallas. This is, again, open to any Milwaukee County resident, but for residents of West Milwaukee and West Dallas, it is $20 per year for the membership. For non-residents, it is $25 per year. And that West Dallas Senior Center is available to folks 55 and older who live in the county. Again, information about their current schedule of activities is available through their websites and activity guides, or by calling them directly, or the Aging Resource Center. And then finally, for senior centers in Milwaukee County are the ones owned and operated by nonprofits and other organizations. They offer socialization, exercise, classes and programs, and again, some activities may have additional fees. So first is the Greater Galilee Missionary Baptist Church, the Greater Life Community Center Senior Center at that church. It's on Teutonia between Meineke and Wright in Milwaukee. And there is no cost to participate in the programming there. Second is the All Nations Senior and Cultural Center at the Indian Council of the Elderly, which is on 33rd and Highland in Milwaukee. There is no cost to participate there as well. The services are primarily provided to Native American elders 45 years of age and older, but they're open to any older adults 60 and older. Next is the Milwaukee Christian Center and their Older Adults Center, which is at 14th and National. Now, again, for this, there is no cost, and they serve everyone of any ethnicity age 60 and older, but they specialize in services and programs for people of Southeast Asian descent. Next, there's the Muslim Community and Health Center, Sakina Center on 8th and Layton Avenue. Again, for this senior center, I don't have the exact cost. I wasn't able to find that information, but if you're interested, feel free to contact them. There is a yearly membership fee, and also snacks included in participation there come with a nominal fee. And the services are for everybody, but are especially tailored to Muslim older adults in Milwaukee County. Also, there's the Milwaukee Recreations Organization for Activities in Society, for Active Seniors in Society, which is also known as OASIS more commonly. That's on 24th and Mitchell in Milwaukee. The OASIS does have a membership fee, and for City of Milwaukee residents, that is $10 per year. And for non-residents, that is $20 per year, non-residents of the City of Milwaukee. The membership year for OASIS is from September 1st to August 30th, and it's for people 50 years of age and older. They do have their information in the Milwaukee Recreation Guide that comes out seasonally and is also available on their website. It's mailed to, I think, all or most houses in the City of Milwaukee, but also by calling OASIS, you can get current information. The Southeastern Oneida Tribal Services, or SEATS, Programming and Community Center is at 52nd and Morgan. That has no cost to participate in, and it serves all Oneida tribal members of Washington, Ozaukee, Waukesha, Milwaukee, Racine, and Kenosha counties. And then finally, there's the United Community Center Senior Center, or the UCC Senior Center, which is on the near south side of Milwaukee at 7th and Washington. There is no cost to participate in programming there. It's open to all Milwaukee County residents 60 years of age and older, with a focus on Latino older adults in Milwaukee County. And again, for any current information about all of these senior centers, feel free to contact them directly or visit their websites and check out their schedule of activities. Moving on, a separate type of recreational programming for older adults and other people of other ages as well are adult daycare programs. These are, they're recreational in the same way that senior centers are, but provide kind of like a higher level of care. They provide older adults and others with services, especially those who otherwise have caregivers. It's actually considered a type of assisted living in the state of Wisconsin, adult daycare. But people can be as independent or need as much assistance at any level to actually use adult daycare programs. There isn't necessarily a limit for independence there. And services may include personal care and supervision, provision of meals, medical care, medication administration, transportation, and activities designed to meet physical, social, and leisure time needs. They can be ADCs, or adult daycare, can be provided in family homes, freestanding centers, and multi-use facilities like churches, schools, and senior centers. They generally operate programs during normal business hours, 5 days per week, Monday through Friday, though some offer services in the evenings and on weekends. There are, as of June of this year, 32 adult daycare programs in Milwaukee County. Another supplemental document included with this presentation is the current state of Wisconsin Milwaukee County Adult Daycare Directory. And also I've included information about, for anyone interested, how to look for adult daycares and what to look for when taking tours and doing research on adult daycares. And that information is also available by calling the Milwaukee County Aging Resource Center. The adult day programs are not free. That's also another difference between them and some senior centers. In 2020, the daily median cost of adult daycare in the Milwaukee area, which includes Milwaukee and Wauwatosa counties, was $61 per day. Medicaid publicly funded long-term care programs can cover the cost of adult daycare programming for those enrolled, and also some private long-term care insurance plans may cover the cost of adult daycare programming. So they're like senior centers, but they provide a higher level of care, and generally there's a higher fee to participate in adult daycares. And again, as of June, there's 32 in Milwaukee County. All right, moving on to municipal recreation departments. Recreation departments exist all over Milwaukee County in different municipalities, every municipality throughout the county, and they serve to enrich and strengthen the municipalities they exist in by promoting healthy lifestyles, personal development, and fun through memorable recreational and educational experiences for people of all ages and abilities, and all have some programming for all older adults. And the contact information and web addresses are listed for all of those municipal recreation departments are listed on the resource supplement. So they're located everywhere alphabetically from Bayside to Whitefish Bay, and their programming takes place in community sites within each municipality within Milwaukee County that offers those individually. The cost for programming through municipal recreation departments varies by class. Sometimes some are free. And so it varies by class on how much it would cost. Same with the time length of the class. Some are multiple sessions, not all of them are. And to get current information about any particular municipality's recreation offerings, just check out their seasonal activity guides online or by contacting them directly as well. All right, and there is one older adult specific educational opportunity for recreation and wellness that I'd like to discuss, or that I know of that exists in Milwaukee County, I should say, and that's the Osher Lifelong Learning Institute at UW-Milwaukee. It's dedicated to serving older adults in the pursuit of lifelong learning. And Osher Lifelong Learning Institutes are found on the campuses of more than 119 colleges and universities throughout the United States, though it's USA-wide at different universities. In Milwaukee County, it's at UW-Milwaukee. They offer 7 different programs and activities. The first one is short courses that are 2 to 5 weeks in length. They have Osher Talks, which are one-time offerings that focus on topics like the arts, literature, ethics, law, politics, religion, history, and healthcare. They have programs in these Osher Talks that are taught by UWM or UW-Milwaukee faculty, Osher members, and other experts and professionals in the community. They also have what are called Go Explore excursions that are one-day outings to places of interest in the Milwaukee area, like museums, theaters, and planetariums. Furthermore, they have special interest groups that meet regularly for study and discussion. The interest groups are offered in fields such as languages, history, ecology, and reading. They also have educational travel and tours. where people through the Osher program can travel to different locations around the world on tours led by noted UWM faculty and staff, and also receive discounts on those tours through being an Osher member through that program. And then next, Osher has a distinguished speaker series, which are lectures provided about current events and what's going on in the world. And finally, every year, at least outside of COVID and contact for current information, they have several special events, including a spring luncheon and a December holiday party. So they have a program catalog as well on their website. And for what's currently available, this, along with everything I'm talking about, what I just said is the summary of what they would normally do. Give them a direct contact to find out what's currently going on if you're interested. They do have 2 locations, one at 161 West Wisconsin Avenue, Suite 6000, and the other at 3271 North Lake Drive. There are different tiers of costs based on what time of year somebody chooses to enroll as a new member. So for new memberships, if someone enrolls between September and December, it would be $45 for the year. Between January and April, it would be $30 for the year. And between May and August, it would be $15 for the year. The membership renews on August 31st, and that renewal for every year after the first year is a $45 fee, as of the current information that I was able to find. And then many of the programs, maybe all of them, but I can't say for sure, through Osher require additional costs to participate in addition to that membership fee. And again, contact them for the most current information. All right, let's go through the opportunities for wellness programming and healthy aging for older adults in Milwaukee County. First, I'd like to talk about 2 Milwaukee County DHHS Division on Aging opportunities. And the first is our wellness programs. These are also known as evidence-based prevention programs, which means that they're proven through valid and reliable research to help people with the issues that they're designed to assist with. I'll go through each of these programs and discuss what they're for and how they are offered, and then tell you where to find current information about where and when they're going to be offered. Stepping On is a falls prevention program. It's for participants to gain specific knowledge and skills to prevent falls in community settings. It's designed specifically for people, older adults who are A, at risk of falling, B, have a fear of falling, or C, who have fallen 1 or more times. Workshops are facilitated by trained leaders as well as professional guest speakers, including physical therapists, pharmacists, vision specialists, and safety specialists. The workshops meet for 2 hours per week for 7 weeks. Second is living well with chronic conditions. This is one of our evidence-based workshops for people who have 1 or more chronic conditions. A chronic condition is an ongoing health problem or disease like diabetes, heart disease, arthritis, and other long-term problems. These workshops, like most of the rest of these, meet for 2.5 hours per week for 6 weeks. The Spanish language equivalent of living well with chronic conditions is Tomando Control de su Salud. And fourth is healthy living with diabetes. This workshop is designed to help adults with type 2 diabetes or who have prediabetes or who are living with someone who has diabetes to learn self-management skills, increase their confidence in managing their diabetes. And individuals that attend the workshops learn techniques to deal with the symptoms of diabetes, learn about appropriate exercise, use of medication, and healthy eating strategies. And these, again, Healthy Living with Diabetes meets once a week for 6 weeks for 2.5 hours each session. The Spanish language equivalent of Healthy Living with Diabetes is Vivir Saludable con Diabetes. Next is Healthy Living with Chronic Pain. Healthy Living with Chronic Pain is designed to help adults who have ongoing persistent pain, chronic pain, learn self-management skills to manage that pain and maintain active and fulfilling lives. And this, again, meets for once a week for 6 weeks for 2.5 hours each session. A newer workshop that we're offering is called Mind Over Matter. This is a program designed to help older women prevent or improve bladder or bowel incontinence. It meets for 1 month, once a week, every other week. Physical activity for lifelong success, or PALS, it's also known as PALS, P-A-L-S, is also a newer evidence-based workshop that we've been offering. It's a program specifically designed for older adults who either don't exercise or haven't exercised in a long while. The program meets 3 times per week for 10 weeks, followed by 6 months of coaching sessions that would be calls or in person, that are meant to facilitate behavior change and improve physical activity levels of the people who participate. And these next 2 workshops, Powerful Tools for Caregivers and Savvy Caregiver, are for caregivers of people, but they're very specific. So Powerful Tools for Caregivers is designed to help caregivers learn to reduce stress, guilt, anger, and depression, better manage their time, set goals, and solve problems, make tough decisions, communicate more effectively, and also master caregiving transitions. It meets once a week for 6 weeks for 2.5 hours each session. Savvy Caregiver is similar, but it is specifically a workshop for family caregivers of a person with a diagnosis of Alzheimer's or dementia that helps them acquire and strengthen knowledge, skills, and attitudes to empower them to be more intentional, strategic, and responsive in their care role. Participants can gain knowledge to manage daily care, skills to adjust their approaches, and confidence to set and achieve caregiving goals. Both these workshops are designed to make the sometimes incredibly challenging job of being an unpaid or family caregiver a little bit easier, and they're proven to do that. Savvy Caregiver meets once a week for 6 weeks, again, for 2 hours each session. And then finally is Walk with Ease. This wellness program is designed to help people living with arthritis better manage their pain, and people without arthritis can also do it as well, and they can use it to make walking a regular habit and can benefit definitely from it as well. Walk with Ease meets for 1 hour, 3 times per week for 6 weeks, and participants are guided by a certified leader who provides information, support, and the tools needed to help participants set and reach their goals. All of these wellness programs are offered at community sites throughout Milwaukee County, and the workshops are mostly free. There may be costs for some classes. Some of those costs may be refundable. For current information about all of that, including current offerings, definitely check out the Milwaukee County DHHS Division on Aging website, or call the Aging Resource Center. And again, I'll give you that information towards the end of the presentation. Another wellness opportunity through the Milwaukee County DHHS Division on Aging, or MCDA, is our senior dining program. Senior dining offers well-balanced, nutritious lunch and other meals for older adults in Milwaukee County. Prior to COVID-19 and its restrictions, there are 27 dining sites through this program throughout Milwaukee County. There are currently 21. On the map, you can see, hopefully, that these senior dining sites in blue are our current community senior dining sites. And in gold and black are the current pickup sites for our new senior dining program called Dine Out. Dine Out is a program where the Milwaukee County Division on Aging has partnered with 4 local minority-owned restaurants, Daddy's Soul Food, Arenda, Antigua Latin-inspired Kitchen, and Vientiane Noodle Shop, to make some of the senior dining meals and offer them at pickup sites throughout the county, and breakfast, lunch, and dinner, depending on the restaurant. We also have another program called Dine at 5, which is a dinner offered on the 3rd Wednesday of the month for pickup at Elks Lodge. and that is offered almost all year round, but not during some of the winter months. There is no cost to be a participant in the senior dining program. It's primarily for people 60 and older. It's encouraged to contribute at least $3 per meal, but there is no cost. And people can enroll into the senior dining program directly through the senior dining sites themselves. And at this time, all senior dining meals are being offered, including the ones through the Dine Out program, our community dining sites, and Dine in 5 on a pickup basis. So people pick up the meals. Prior to COVID, there was in-person, what we call congregate dining, where people would go be able to enjoy their lunch or other meal in person. And hopefully that'll happen again, but currently everything is pickup. People, once they join, to ensure a meal, would make a reservation a day prior. And menus are available for this month's and the next month's, meals at all of the sites on our website and on our Facebook page for MCDA, or by calling our senior dining phone number or the Aging Resource Center. All right, getting into local clubs and community centers throughout Milwaukee County. There are a wealth of opportunities for wellness for older adults through these localized services. I just kind of want to go over them here in alphabetical order. So first is the Bayview Community Center. Bayview Community Center provides programming for older adults, including cooking classes, wine tasting, sheep's head leagues, senior luncheons, and more. It's located at 1320 East Oklahoma Avenue in Milwaukee, and current information can be found on their website or by contacting them directly. Brown Deer Senior Citizens Club is a social organization for Brown Deer residents and non-residents of Brown Deer, people who live anywhere else in Milwaukee County. It's located at 4355 West Bradley Road, the Lois and Tom Dolan Community Center. There is a cost for the Brown Deer Senior Citizens Club. For residents of Brown Deer, that's $12 per year. Non-residents of Brown Deer, that's $15 per year. And the age minimum to participate is 55 years old. Again, for current information, contact them directly. Fox Point-Bayside has the LX Club, or the Fox Point-Bayside LX Club. This is a place where seniors in the North Shore can socialize and take part in activities such as playing cards, watching movies, bingo, entertainment, and more. It's located at 7200 North Santa Monica Boulevard in Fox Point. And for current information about the programming, the areas from which people can participate, where they live in the county, and other current information, contact them directly. It is, however, for people 55 and older. Next is the Glendale Senior Citizens Club, which is informally affiliated with Glendale itself. It's not through the municipality, but it does exist for Glendale area senior citizens. It has speakers, lunches and picnics, day trips, theater outings, brewers game trips, and also several special interest groups like sheep's head reading and bowling, located at 2600 West Mill Road in Glendale. Again, current information can be found by contacting them directly. The Harry and Rose Samson Family Jewish Community Center offers pop-up senior adult programs like concerts, outdoor movies in the current climate, also fitness classes for seniors, and a men's club, mahjong, and koach, which is another social program that they have as well. That word means strength in Hebrew, and it reflects the strength and vigor of the Milwaukee County region's Jewish community as a partnership between the Jewish Community Center and the 5 Milwaukee synagogues. It's located at 6255 North Santa Monica Boulevard in Whitefish Bay. And the cost of activities varies by the activity. People do not have to be members of the Jewish Community Center to participate in the activities that are offered for older adults there. And that coach program is currently offered for free and virtually. And those older adult programs they have are for people 55 and older. Again, of course, contact them directly for current information. And I mentioned earlier that people who become members of the Wauwatosa Hard Park Senior Center, also with that one membership and one membership fee, gain access to the Wauwatosa Civic Center Club, which offers activities including but not limited to cards, Friday lunches, daily lunch program at the Hard Park Senior Center, speakers and special events, Friday afternoons at the movies, so movies on Fridays, trips, book discussion, and exercise classes. The Civic Center Club is located at 7725 West North Avenue in Wauwatosa in the first floor meeting room. Again, the cost, it's one cost for this in Hard Park Senior Center in Wauwatosa, which is $15 per year for Wauwatosa residents, $20 per year for non-residents, and it's offered to people 50 and greater. And for current information, contact the Civic Center Club directly or the Hard Park Senior Center directly. There are a couple of important programs that I'd like to talk about that arguably can be categorized as specifically offering companionship services for older adults. One is the ERA's Senior Network Friendly Visitors Program. This is, ERA Senior Network is a nonprofit organization in Milwaukee and Waukesha counties, and ERA's matches participants in this program with a volunteer that has similar interests and can come to their home at a scheduled time to talk, play cards, read a book, and do other things that they would want to do. The visits would last at least 1 hour per week, and there is no cost to participate in the program. It's for people 60 years of age and older. And again, for current information about what's being offered through this program, contact ERA's Senior Network directly. Next is the Social Development Commission, or SDC's Senior Companion Program. This helps older adults 60 years of age and older maintain an independent lifestyle at home, and people who are enrolled in the program, who receive care through it, who participate, are typically elderly individuals who are homebound, live alone in their home, and may be at risk for placement in a nursing home or an assisted living. Each senior companion volunteer, who they themselves are age 55 or older, works with 2 to 4 older adult clients. The volunteer assists with simple chores like grocery shopping. They provide transportation to medical appointments in many programs. And participants in the program enjoy outings together with the volunteers as well, like going to the movies. Volunteers can get a small stipend and mileage reimbursement. They have to make under a certain income to get the stipend, but anyone who is eligible can actually volunteer for the program. And really the focus of the Senior Companion Program is companionship. The focus is not home chores, but that is part of the program to a limited extent, simple chores. So to get current information about the program, check out SDC's website or give them a call directly. The Milwaukee LGBT Community Center has programming specifically for people who are 50 years of age and better, who are Milwaukee County older adults that are lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and more. These activities include monthly social groups, intergenerational chat nights, monthly coffee gatherings, meals through the MCDA senior dining program, meals through Mount Carmel monthly, healthy aging programs, outreach activities through training, education, and advocacy. They have a 50 and better dining club, support group for people 50 and up, and a newsletter. They are currently located for these activities, except for the senior dining program, at 1110 North Market Street in Milwaukee. There is no cost, though there may be a cost for the 50 and better dining club, but definitely check with them directly. And again, it's for people 50 and older. All right, so there are other localized organizations in Milwaukee County that also serve, in addition to the Milwaukee County DHHS Division on Aging, to help older adults find information about resources, services, and support. And I'd love to highlight those here. And the first one is the Catholic Charities Senior Hotline. This has Catholic Charities staff that will call, visit, and follow up to check in on how older adults are doing. They're able to assess needs and offer help. And they can also shop for groceries or pick up medications, or just be there to talk and to listen. The number, again, is on the resource supplement provided with this presentation, or it can be gotten through calling the Aging Resource Center, but it's 414-771-2881. And current information about this can be found on their website at Catholic Charities in Milwaukee, or by calling them directly. Community Projects for Seniors serves older adults who reside in subsidized housing by providing holiday meals, social programs, and an annual care package. It's for eligible residents of not just Milwaukee County, but also Waukesha, Ozaukee, Washington, Racine, Kenosha, Jefferson, and Walworth counties. Their services include delivering ready-to-eat, free hot meals on some holidays, Easter, Thanksgiving, and Christmas, providing meal and social programs throughout the year, music, bingo, ice cream socials, lunches, crafts, and outings, and again, distributing one annual care package per person that includes things like toilet paper, Kleenex, and paper towels. Their offices are located at 3073 South Chase Avenue, Suite 210 in Milwaukee. There's no cost to participate in the Community Projects for Seniors programming, but it is for adults 50 and better in Milwaukee and those other counties that I mentioned. And again, of course, contact Community Projects for Seniors directly for current information. Love Thy Neighbor Foundation exists to address, educate, and coordinate information to provide options for seniors to successfully age in place, or in other words, age in the most healthy way possible where they live. Love Thy Neighbor has workshops that it can improve the quality of life for seniors by facilitating adult learning on community resources, having guest speakers about different community resources for older adults. There is no cost to participate or to get information from Love Thy Neighbor Foundation. And for current information, especially about those workshops I mentioned, call them directly. Next is the Shorewood Senior Resource Center. This organization, also known as the SRC, it promotes safe, healthy, and enriching lifestyles for older adult Shorewood residents. It's a connection point for senior services and programs, and is actively working to make the Shorewood community a better place to live for all ages. They're located at 2010 East Shorewood Boulevard in Shorewood, Wisconsin. There's no cost to use the services or to get information from the Shorewood Senior Resource Center. It's for people 60 years of age and older who live in Shorewood. And to, of course, get their current information, contact them directly. Now, there are a number of programs that offer support and assistance strictly by telephone. And I want to go through those here on this screen and talk about them and what makes each of them unique. So first is the AARP Friendly Voice Program. It has friendly voice volunteers who are trained AARP volunteers who provide a call to say hello and to talk for companionship. There is no cost to use this program. Next is the COVIA Well-Connected program and the Well-Connected Espanol program, or Spanish language well-connected program. This is a community made up of participants, staff, facilitators, presenters, and other volunteers who care about each other and who value being connected and want to participate. Each well-connected session offers groups and classes on a wide range of topics, and all groups are accessible by phone from wherever somebody is. Classes meet every day of the year, so there's always a chance to connect. And most of the groups last 30 minutes to an hour with around 12 participants. This is for people, these programs are for people 60 years of age and older who live in the United States, and there is no cost to participate. The well-connected participants call in via a toll-free number at a set time each week, with some groups also offering the option to connect via computer, tablet, or mobile device. And if participants don't feel like talking at first, they're welcome to just listen, as long as they let the group know that they're there. More locally, ERA's Senior Network has a phone reassurance program. It's for people who are feeling isolated, who are 6 years of age and older. There's no cost. A volunteer will call weekly to talk, or just make sure you're doing okay. And it's a good opportunity to talk to somebody on a weekly basis. Jewish Family Services has a program called Friendly Calls for Seniors. This is friendly calls for any older adult in Milwaukee County, 60 and older, who is at increased risk for depression and anxiety due to increased social isolation and stress related to the COVID crisis. Again, there's no charge. Through the program, master's prepared staff, clinical interns, and volunteers are available to provide 15 to 30-minute calls to older adults. The call hours are Monday through Thursday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Fridays from 8:30 a.m. to 2:00 p.m. Next is an app. It's not a telephone program, but it is, I'll just talk about it. It's called Quarantine Chat. Through Quarantine Chat, people, any adults, not solely people 60 and older, can get calls at random times and get paired with another person in a one-on-one conversation where they can talk about anything appropriate, like what you're cooking for dinner, your dreams, or for instance, the global economy, anything. These quarantine chat calls happen over the internet through a specific app called Dial-Up, instead of through the phone system. So they're entirely toll-free, and again, they're not age limited. So it works only on the Apple operating system, iOS, or the Android operating system through the app Dial-Up, and there is no charge to use this. Next is something called Sage Connect. Sage Connect matches LGBT, lesbian, gay, bisexual, and/or transgender elders with community members and allies who want to connect and talk. Participants receive a 30-minute call once a week for 6 weeks or more, and there is no charge. Sage works with a program called Mon Ami to offer this service. And then the Salvation Army has the Chaplain Support Line. They receive calls from people all over the state of Wisconsin and Upper Michigan who are looking for an encouraging word, who are feeling more isolated and lonely with no one to talk to, and who are looking for spiritual care and prayer as well. The Chaplain Support Line through the Salvation Army is available daily from 9 a.m. to 9:00 p.m., and there is no charge to use it. And then finally is the Vital Voices Telephone Reassurance Program, a local Milwaukee County program. It's for people 60 and older, and there is no charge, where they can call in daily to a designated call-in line to give an update about how things are going. Messages are checked daily, or participants can receive a daily call from a trained volunteer staff member whose purpose is to check on their safety and well-being. And finally, this final section here is an overview of caregiver support programs. The first is the Alzheimer's Association organization. They serve the state of Wisconsin, and they provide reliable information and care consultation, supportive services for families, educational opportunities, funding for dementia research, and advocacy efforts for public policy changes across the state. And most of what is provided is as it relates to caregivers of people with a form of dementia or people with a dementia diagnosis themselves. They're located at 620 South 76th Street in Milwaukee. There is no cost to use the Alzheimer's Association services, and they have current information on their website or by contacting them directly. The Family Caregiver Support Network is itself a program of the Alzheimer's Association, but people who use the services of this program need not be diagnosed with a form of dementia or be a caregiver for someone with a form of dementia. This network supports the lives of caregivers while helping older adults living with or without dementia or Alzheimer's, like I said, to remain safely in their homes. It offers valuable services and financial assistance for families. And there's a link on that resource supplement that's provided with this presentation, or by calling the Aging Resource Center, that links directly to their flyer of their complete services through the network programs. The Family Caregiver Support Network is funded through a grant from Milwaukee County. And again, this program is located at the Alzheimer's Association at 620 South 76th Street in Milwaukee. There's no cost to use it. It's for people 60 and older and their caregivers. And current information can be found by calling the Alzheimer's Association or the Aging Resource Center in Milwaukee County. And then finally, the MCDA, or the Milwaukee County DHHS Division on Aging, has dementia care specialists that can provide all of the assistance that you see up here on the screen, and work with adults living in the community regarding concerns about their memory, or if they do have memory loss or diagnosed dementia. The dementia care specialists can also work with their families and caregivers to provide support, information, and resources like consultations and care planning, and all those things you see on the screen there. The Dementia Care Specialist Service is located within MCDA, which is at 1220 West Fleet Street in Milwaukee. There is no cost to use these services, and current information can be found on the MCDA website or by contacting the Aging Resource Center or the Dementia Care Specialist directly. And so that is it for the bulk of the presentation and the information. I'm just going to wrap up with a couple more things, including some upcoming events and opportunities. This fall, in partnership with Serving Older Adults, or SOA, a number of those evidence-based prevention programs, or those wellness programs that I talked about, are being offered at different senior centers throughout the county. You can, it's kind of stretched out, but you can see here what's being offered and when, and all of this information is also available on our website at MCDA or on our Facebook page. Our dementia care specialists are offering on Wednesday, August 4th, a virtual Microsoft Teams presentation called Let's Talk Brain Health. And then the dementia care specialists are also offering free community memory screens on Thursday, August 12th in Hales Corners at a place called Forest Ridge. Anyone can attend those to get a memory screen. And again, this information, the last flyer, is available through our website or by calling us or on our Facebook. And people for this do need to book an appointment through the Hales Corners Health Department. All right, so I've been talking about the Aging Resource Center throughout this presentation. The Aging Resource Center is like the one-stop shop or single point of entry for all older adult services, resources, and information in Milwaukee County, including everything I talked about today. People can contact us anytime by calling us at the number on the screen, 289-6874, 414-289-6874. Going to our website to check out current information, including all of our brochures and flyers, or emailing us or sending us a message on Facebook. And on Facebook, we also have current information about resources and events through us and our community partners. People can also make referrals to our adult protective services for concerns about elder abuse or neglect, and our dementia care specialists through our website, and can even search on a resource database on their own if they choose for community resources on our website as well. We have a counterpart department in Milwaukee County called the Disability Resource Center, which separately works with any adult under 60 with any disabilities to answer questions that they have about resources, services, and information. They can be contacted at 414-289-6660. And then this is my information on the screen. So feel free to contact me directly as well and my direct number 414-551-1865, or my email address that's listed up on the screen. And that is it. I would be happy to answer any questions that anyone on the presentation has.
Hi, this is Paula. I don't have any questions. I just wanted to comment that I did take the Stepping On class and the Mind Over Matter, and they're very good. I find the information that you presented to be very helpful, and I'll keep it for future. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, and thank you for taking those classes. Thank you very much for the feedback and your participation. That's great.
You're welcome.
Does anyone else have any questions? Hey, Carrie.
Hey, I did post the link to the PDF of the resource supplement on the chat. If anybody's looking for that, the link is there.
Great. Thank you so much. It has that supplement will have all the contact information for everything I talked about in this presentation. So if anyone on the call right now or on the presentation right now is interested in following up on any of these things, it's a good resource to have.
Great. All right. Thank you guys for being here. And we hope you got it was a lot of information. We hope you guys got some good information today. Thank you for joining us. And thank you, Andy, for all the information that you have provided.
Thank you, Carrie. Can I have a quick question? Did you share the survey?
Oh, I didn't share the survey. Give me 1 second. It's hard to go back and forth between my email and the Zoom.
Yeah, I know. No problem.
And I'm always scared I'm going to do something.
For those still on the presentation, I have a survey about this presentation and its effectiveness and its content. So feel free to take that. It opens right now at 2 o'clock and will be open for a week online if you choose to take it. We always appreciate the feedback about whether or not these things are helpful and effective.
All right, here we go. Okay. And there is the link to the survey. And then let me just ask one more question. There were some other things you had sent me earlier besides the resource supplement.
Yeah.
I can attach those all to the chat, or if people are interested, they can email me. And I can email all those links to them as well.
Yeah.
So I can put my email down here at the library. I'll put it in the chat box. And if you would like more of the information that Andy had sent me in PDF format, you can just email me and I'll send those over to you. But I think that resource supplement has a ton of the info that you guys might all be looking for. All right. Well, I think that concludes our program for the day.
Okay. Thank you very much, everybody, and Carrie. Thank you very much, as always, for having me.
Of course, of course. Thank you so much for presenting here for us.
Yes.
All right. Have a great day, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.